Trading is actually easy. Everyone always complicates all these different names. There's so many strategies, terminologies, like we're all looking at the same chart. All we are trying to do when we're trading is to see, hey, is price going bullish? We want to enter in the bullish direction. Is it bearish? We want to enter in the bearish direction. If you are confused on like where price is going, how do I determine where price is going to head for the day? How do I scalp and everything? Look at the 1 hour time frame, because any kind of little entries you have on the smaller time frame, say that you enter in on the 2 minute or the 5 minute, essentially that is a tiny little fraction of all this movement. This is all institutional trading. All these huge bullish moves or these huge drops, these are all big banks. Like these are like millions and billions of dollars. So as a retail trader, we are just trying to find, hey, where's the overall price action going? And then trying to get in on that direction. So overall picture, I'm just going to emphasize that all you need to understand is market structure and support resistance. When I started to trade, it was just so many things to look out for, so many different names, different candlestick patterns. What does this mean? If this means, if this candlestick looks like that, what's the next reaction? And then if you just focus on all these things, what you realize is that it's not always really dependable. Like when you see, hey, it's at support, you're expecting a bounce. No, it's like a fake out or a breaks through and all these different things. So there's no like 100% certainty that something will always happen when you see a certain candlestick. If you truly understand price action, it is much better than just memorizing stuff, because memorizing stuff can only get you so far, and then like you're drawing a blank certain periods. For me, I'm just looking at, hey, can I determine whether price has a higher probability of going in the upward direction or a downward direction based on all the key levels I draw, based on my overall understanding of this bigger picture? So what we have here is that SPY's at all-time highs, and a lot of tickers right now are, at all-time highs. Maybe price is gonna continue bullish, maybe it's gonna go bearish for a little bit, maybe it's even gonna go sideways. And the market's always gonna be in one of three things: bullish, bearish, or sideways. If you can determine what period we're in, it saves you a lot of heartache, because like in certain periods, then hey, it's not even worth my time to trade it right now. Maybe I just need to wait for price to get out of this range, and then my setups are going to be much better once price clears that area. So you just got to make trading as simple as you can. I personally don't use indicators. I don't use special data. I'm not doing a bunch of research on the ticker. I'm not using bookmap, time and sales, level 2, any kind of extra stuff. I tried doing that. It was very overwhelming when I had to do that in the beginning. So I was like, let me scratch that. Let me just look at the chart itself and how do I understand the candlesticks? Whatever the news you see, whether it is some kind of earnings, some big news, whatever, you are going to see their reaction based on the candlesticks. The emphasis is to understand technicals, because if you truly understand all this movement, it's going to be so much easier for you to determine what direction to trade every day. Like, what is the highest probability setup? What levels need to be broken for me to trade? Looking at this chart right here, we have SPY on the 1 hour time frame, and 1 hour time frame shows you just enough detail to know exactly what is price doing. So what we can see from the overall picture, I'm just going to give you like a breakdown of like what is going through my head when I look at price. Like when I'm analyzing the market, I am determining things just based on things I've seen in the past. So like if you're not sure what's going to happen soon, all you have to do is look back in the history of price, because price goes through different cycles. It kind of repeats itself, and that's why we're able to predict certain movements. It's because we've seen this previously. So here we can see a huge drop from the all-time high areas. What you can see is that price is really bullish previously, and there's like periods of choppy areas. When price is really strong, like really vertical, really bullish for a long period, there's going to be a period where price is kind of exhausting, it's going sideways, just having a little breather in the market. Same thing in certain areas. You may get a bit of bearish market structure, a little bit of bullish market structure, but the thing is, we don't always know how strong that trend is going to be, how long that trend will last. You may think that, hey, I expect price to just continuously go bullish. Then at one point, if you just jump in a bullish entry, it just reverses on you and then it goes choppy and then you get stopped out. So how do you avoid all this like bad trades, all these fake outs? What I would just look at is you zoom into current price and you just see, hey, what are the levels? What are the key levels? Like support resistance is going to tell you, hey, that's an area where price has bounced before. There is a likelihood that price could do it again. but it's not a promise that it's definitely going to react the same way. So all we're doing here is drawing all these levels, but we still need to look at multiple confluences like here based on the other time frames, based on the smaller time frame, to determine that, hey, maybe at open I see everything aligning, that it's bullish, price is rejecting off certain levels, it's breaking out. I am now going to look for an entry, maybe a pullback, a breakout, or whatever. I'm going to look for an entry in this direction, because what I see is that everything else is telling me that, hey, it's bullish. This is a higher probability setup. If it's a lower probability setup, then it's like, hey, I'm not too sure of the direction. Maybe you leverage lower. Maybe you just wait and sit it out and just watch how price moves. You don't always have to force yourself to trade, just watch and learn. So here, if you're drawing like support resistance, what we see here, of course, like the overall all-time highs is a big support resistance. So like you never know what price is going to do at all-time highs. Sometimes it just continues higher. It looks like right here, a really deep drop. And then what you can see from previous movements, you just look to the left. We have this area of support resistance, it's just like a choppy sideways area. It's a consolidation high, which ended up being retested a couple times, and then price pushed higher. So all these areas where you see multiple rejections is support resistance. So price is now by this area again. Who knows? Price could reject upward or reject downward. By the time I post this, we'll see like how it moves anyway. So you'll see like however price reacts. But right here, price is at this levels. What it goes to show is that you never really know what happens. It could reject higher. It could go lower. Then again, you just mark the level. You mark previous day level or like that pre-market low. That would be a key level to draw. And then all you have to do at open is just to see, hey, I have these key levels here. I'm going to trade away from it. So like you don't just want to jump in a trade. If price has one candlestick drop down here and then you jump in, that may be a whole fake out and it could go higher. So best thing to do is just wait a couple minutes to see, hey, is price really holding below the level? Is price truly showing bullishness away from it? And that's going to tell you the direction of price. That is going to give you a higher probability setup because you're waiting to see, is there an actual follow through in strength? If you're just trying to jump in on that first candlestick, it could be a fake out, it could just be a pullback, it could just be some choppy movement. You never know. It could just chop around sideways there. So always wait for strength away from these levels. Support resistance levels, previous day levels, pre-market levels. These are all extra levels to have like extra confluence that, hey, it's a strong level. Watch for how price moves away. Every kind of level, you just see where is the commonality of multiple rejections. You have one obvious level here. So like depending on whatever time frame you go to, this is the 1 hour. If you go to like the 2 hour, it's going to show you the same stuff where it's rejecting that same level. But depending on the time frame you go to, you will see like more intricate details on, hey, there's a little bit of market structure there, or like that exact point. Either ways, I would just use the 1 hour time frame to determine, hey, is price rejecting a certain area? Hey, we see like consolidation up and down here. Now it's pushing lower. We have all-time highs here, pushed away. It broke below this swing low here. So what could happen is that we could go and pull back at some point. Right here, it could go bullish, like retest this level, because right here we see that swing low. You look to the left, you see a little bit of rejection. So that could be a potential support resistance. Price is now flipping bearish. You could bounce off here, retest this level, go a little bullish, then here it rejects and goes down. All you really need to do, you just mark these bigger areas, mark previous day levels, and then you look at the bigger time frame like, hey, what are the different potentials of what price could do? Is it bearish right now? Is it changing into a different trend? What are the key levels? And could price bounce off these levels? Then all you have to do is just wait for an actual trend to establish during the day. So like if you want to know to trade calls, all you have to do is look at, hey, is price actually showing bullishness? Is it a higher probability to see market structure away on the smaller time frame upward? I enter in that market structure upward. Maybe it's in between here and it's choppy, so then you stay out because you don't know, is it going higher, is it going lower? Then you stay out because that may be a lower probability setup. So it's all about being selective on what trades you take. There's always going to be an entry, like whatever time frame you look at, there's always going to be, hey, there's this breakout, there's this pullback or whatever. But what is your edge? What is your selection of the entry criteria? Everything's going to work, but it's just based on like, hey, are you willing to take this trade at this time? Is it a higher probability setup? Is it a lower one? Do I need to leverage differently? Do I have a tighter stop? Do I have different levels where I take profits? That's all up to you, and it's going to change depending on the trader. But all we're doing here is essentially look at the bigger chart, understand that, hey, bounce areas could bounce again. what is the trend overall, what is the potential of a pullback happening. And so you have all these levels marked, and then all you're doing on the smaller time frame, I look at the 2-minute time frame, and all I'm seeing is that, hey, at open, am I bullish in a certain direction? So like I have an arrow, maybe I draw it like right here. Okay, I put that arrow down, 2-minute chart. Okay, if price is going in that direction, all right, let me just wait for a call entry. Maybe price has broken this level here. All right, I'm just gonna wait for puts. That means that any kind of call entries here, I will not take, because I'm only biased in a certain direction, in a certain area. I'm just gonna take that directional movement. That's all you have to do. You just have to be patient for that setup. Outside of that, any other strategy that you don't trade, you don't have a history of success, you don't have to trade it. You don't need to force yourself to trade something that you have no experience. Someone's trading it, they're successful. Well, they did the homework. That's their edge. Maybe you trade differently and, that's your edge. And then someone's trying to copy you. So everyone needs to just do their work, do their homework, prepare for the day. Then all you have to do at open is just wait for the setup. If there's no setup, there's no entry. Make that a rule. Don't trade if your edge doesn't show up, because over time, you're just going to lose more and more. So just wait and be patient and be strict with the trading rules. That's all it is. Have the technicals down, know what you have to trade, and then outside of that, you're not going to force anything. That is the best thing you can do. Make trading as simple as that, and it's going to be a lot easier for you over time.